I'm filming this September of 2024, and at this point in time, everything with AI very much reminds me of when the internet was becoming a thing in the late 90s.
Allison, can you explain what internet is?
Back then, you still had people questioning if it was anything more than just a fad. And eventually, by around 2000, everyone was going internet crazy, and you could have the most mediocre idea for a company and get investors all over it so long as it was internet-based. And that's kind of where AI seems to be headed right now. And just like the internet completely changed the way music gets sold and consumed, some people think that AI might completely change the way music gets created. Spoiler alert, I'm not one of them. Well, not completely anyway. I do think there's one area of the industry that it's going to completely wreck. But as far as popular music goes, I think it will be used in a different and surprising way. I'll get to that next though. First, the carnage part. There's an area of the music industry known as sync licensing. And for those of you who don't know what that is, here's the TLDR. There are a lot of TV shows and commercials and streaming videos and computer games, etc., all out there, and they all use music. For real big, well-funded productions, they can hire a composer for the movie or show or even license famous songs. But for every one of those, there are hundreds of smaller productions that need cutscene music and music for commercial break and whatever generic background music. The makers of these shows go to companies that provide them with a catalog of music that they usually get and organize or curate from a number of musicians that they then work with. So if you have, say, a reality show about hot rod cars, you might go looking through a catalog of stuff like classic rock music or whatever and request it from the company that does the sync licensing. Then once that music is selected, the company that had curated it and provided it or distributed it takes a fee, sends the rest over to the musicians, and they finally get paid their sync licensing fee for what they created. And I actually know a good number of musicians who make a good living just producing very generic music in bulk for use by these sync licensing distributors. Now imagine instead that you are the person producing this TV show, and you've got your budget, and you need about 10 minutes worth of various generic sounding music for, say, a romancy kind of show. You know, the smoochy stuff. So you're thinking some soft, sentimental acoustic guitar or piano music would be good, and you could pay a fee to your sync licensing people, or you could go to an AI tool like this one and type in the mood you want, and for your small monthly subscription fee, get as much music as you need for every show from now until you get canceled. You're not in need of hit songs here, remember, just super generic stuff to fit the tone of the show or scene. It's in this area that I think AI is going to all but replace musicians entirely. But what about for pop music? You know, what you listen to for leisure. What did I mean when I said it would be used in a surprising way here? Well, let me first start by saying that I don't see AI music replacing hit bands. People follow bands or musicians as much for who they are as for what their music is. Yes, it usually starts with a song they like, but fans get into their favorite makers of music in a very human and personal way. That's not to say some record company execs aren't going to try to put some algorithmically generated music out there, and some of it might even have an entire fictitious band built around it. But I think humans are still going to enjoy humans making music and connect with that. So what's the surprising way it's going to be used for pop music? This is an AI-generated country song.
Oh, you're the worst, best thing that ever came to be. You're the beginning and the end and all I want to see. Oh, you're the worst, best thing that ever came to me. You're the fire in my heart, even after you.
This is me covering that song.
Oh, you're the worst, best thing that ever came to me. You're the beginning and the end and all I want to see. Oh, you're the worst, best thing that ever came to me. You're the fire in my heart, even after you leave.
If you follow this channel, you know that I am mostly a rock, metal, sometimes prog player. I don't even know a little bit about writing a country song. But I had this fun lyric in mind, the "You're the worst best thing that ever came to be," and I thought it would make for a fun country track. So I put that one line in the prompt at Suno and let it run with it. It gave me that intro, verse, and chorus, and I took it from there and fleshed out an entire country-ish song. And this is where I think we'll see AI creep into popular music. Bands, musicians, or even writers who write for other artists are going to be using AI to flesh out ideas, to break writer's block or to get inspiration to expound on. So what do you think? I'd really love to hear what other musicians are feeling about this topic. The quality of AI-generated stuff is only going to get better and better. I, for one, embrace it. I love making music and writing music, and I don't care how many computers are also making music. I'll still make my own just because it's inside of me, and I can't imagine life without doing that. And well, I guess that's it for now. I hope you all enjoyed the vid, and until next time, keep making your own great music.